What's up, LG gang? Okay, today I am going to do a little story time. People always ask us how we met. Are we dating? Are we married? Do we have kids? How did we actually begin this whole relationship thing? And we're tired, so if you see us yawn, then, you know, we're just tired. But anyway, we are going to tell you guys how we met, okay? Here we go. Okay, guys. Okay, what day was it? March
22nd, 2002.
I always ask him because sometimes I'll be saying March 23rd, March 24th. But he actually be knowing the exact day, exact time. Do you know the time?
It was 4:35 p.m.
See? 4:35 p.m. All right. I'm going to get this a little closer, guys, because I don't. Yeah, there we go. Ah. Okay. So, we met at Parks Mall here in Texas, Arlington, Texas, and I'll tell you guys a little bit what I was doing prior, and then the kid will tell you what he was doing a little bit prior, and then how we kind of came together. I was actually over my stepmom's house, if you want to say, or I always like to call her my stepmom because she's actually my sister's stepmom. We have different dads, but she's actually my sister's stepmom, but she's always kind of like watched over us. But anyway, it was me, my sister Puka, my best friend Nicole, and was that it? Was it just? It was just us three, right? Yeah, it was the three of us, and we were like, hey, we're bored, da da da. So Puka is actually from Arlington, and she was like, well, let's just go to the mall. I was like, all right. So we went to the mall. We pull up. We see all these guys like hanging out, parking lot pimping, or whatever you want to say. And they seen us, and they were like, hey, hey. And I was just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Let's just park away from them so they won't see us, because Nicole and I weren't from there, and Puka was she underage? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was underage at the time. Mind you, this was in 02. Yeah, this was in 02, so this was like back in the day. But yeah, so I'll stop there because we were trying to park away from them, but we could not find any parking spots away from them unless it was like all the way in the back. So we parked somewhat around them, and then I'll tell them, what were you doing before that happened?
Man, Shawty, she done got this all twisted. All right, so this is how it went down from my side. I was with my people. It was me, Bam, and my brother, Mo. We was all hanging out that day. I just went over to my boy's house to get my brakes done. So we had to rush home anyway, but we had already been at the mall for a minute doing what we did back then. Shoot, we played the game. Who could get the most numbers, come out, that's the winner. So, of course, you know, your boy on top. But still, we coming out the mall. I'd already been drinking that day anyway. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I was faded like it wasn't no tomorrow. But come out the mall.
I was sober.
We walking down. The car ride by. My boy still wasn't done. I was just trying to get back to my drink. So we come out, see the car full of girls. Everybody throw their hands. Hey, what it do? They kept on rolling. Shit, me. Told Bam to unlock the car. Got in his back seat, grabbed my drink, and started drinking. Next thing I know, they still sitting outside, talking. I'm still in the back seat, drinking. Next thing I know, hand come in through the window, shake my hand. I felt a little electricity. So that was really the end of that day. I can tell you how it went down after the fact. After the fact, it turns out my brother Mo gave her my phone number with his name on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't get to that part. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know we were supposed to cut it off. My bad.
Yeah, I didn't get to that part. But yeah, like he was saying, that's true. His friend was actually, I don't know if he was trying to talk to me or just trying to get my number so all the three of them can connect with the three of us on some way. I won't put that on him that he was trying to talk to me. But, I mean, a guy gave you your phone number, so, whatever. I don't remember shaking his hand. I don't think so. It was so long ago. I don't remember shaking his hand, but I know that there was 3 guys. I know Mo because he gave me his number, or he gave me his name with his number on it. And then I know Bam, Melvin, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I knew that because he was trying to actually talk to my friend Nicole. And then I remember somebody being in the back seat. And it's weird because he was in the back seat of his own car.
No.
What was that your car?
I was in the back seat of Bam's car. My car was still at Rodney's house trying with him finishing my break.
Oh, okay. But yeah. So then, like I said, we exchanged numbers. That was on the 23rd, that Friday.
22nd.
Or see, I get it crazy. Yeah, 22nd. So on the 23rd, the next day.
All right, stop. My turn.
Okay.
So on the 23rd, approximately 12 o'clock, I'm trying to ride to go catch this money to pay rent. Because one of my roommates came up short, so we had to make up for that, and it needed to be paid that day. We weren't playing no game. So I was already hot. Next thing I know, my phone rang. I pick up the phone. Shawty on the line talking about, hey, it's Mo there. I was like, hold up. I was already heated in the first place, so I kind of went bad. I ain't gonna even lie. I was like, this ain't my phone.
Yeah, he said this ain't my phone.
But who is this? And
no.
Nah, I ain't really say who is this.
No. He knew who it was. He knew who it was. Because I said, may I speak to Mo? And he said, this ain't Mo's phone. And then I said, oh. And then he said, is this Latre? And I'm like,
oh, yeah.
What?
Because he did tell me she was supposed to be calling.
I was like, what? Oh, yeah. Like scared a little bit. I was like, yeah. And he goes, what's up? And I go, well, I'm trying to find the location. I'm trying to get the address to come see y'all or whatever. And I do not encourage this. If you meet somebody, just go out there and you don't know what's going on. But hey, you might get the urge to do that. Fate is a mother. But anyway, kind of like to push forward. We were, I couldn't find, he gave me the address. Mo did. No, you did.
I gave you the address and then I told you turn by turn directions.
Yeah, and like perfect directions. He's like, turn
GPS
left,
was really
boom,
hot.
boom, boom, turn right, boom, boom, keep straight. We on the right, whatever. So we finally we get to Mo's house, because that's where they were. We get to him. The girls pull up. Same 3 girls, me and my sister and my friend. Get up there now.
This when the player kicked in, bro.
There was a yard full of niggas. Like, there was a yard full. No, it was like, it was a three dudes, but it was girl. Everybody was out there. His sisters and stuff. Yeah. So
this is how it went down. They pulled up. I'm sitting on the steps, smoking a black. Mo was sitting next to me. I think Melvin was out playing with the girls. And we were trying to figure out what we were going to do when they got there anyway.
You weren't playing with me.
Not y'all.
Oh.
I'm talking about like Mo's sisters.
Oh.
They always go fed. But,
okay.
We were trying to figure out what we was going to do when they pulled up, where it was going to go and all this. So.
What were y'all talking about anyway?
Well, when y'all pulled up, we went to choosing.
What? Like, what?
Like, how we was gonna play, like who gonna go after who?
Who'd you say?
How we play? I didn't say shit until you got out the car.
I'm scared to get
the minute
out.
You got out,
I'm scared.
The minute she got out the car, the first thing I saw was them crochet braids hit the top.
With the crochets,
And then once she came towards the back of the car, I saw that red dress. That was it. I told everybody, I said, I don't care who the hell y'all play with today. That was mine. And they was like, how you gonna just claim like that? I said, hold up, who pushing it there? All right, cool. So, Baker, let's push it for a little bit. She get up to the patio, whatever. I introduced myself. We talked for a little bit. And then she hit me with that line. And I normally back in the day, I'd have been like, oh, shit, I ain't Pillsbury. I ain't finna cake no damn body. But she was like, so you gonna show us around or what? I was like, shit, should I get in the car? Let's ride. So we going to get in the car. This is when I was like, oh, yeah, I picked the right one. She told my boy sitting there hollering, shotgun, shotgun. I was like, all right, cool. So they get to the car. She's like, you need to get in the back, bro.
Because I'm not no basic bitch. Like, I'm not no basic chick. Like, I don't ride in the back seat. Especially if I want the one that's driving. Oh, no, you're about to get in the back seat. I'm about to sit in the front seat. Like, no.
And he looked dead at me, too. Like, bro. Said, hey, she told you, get in the back. Let's ride. I'm ready to go. So she get in the front seat. We back out, and we started making rounds. And when I say I made rounds, I went from, I put it like this, I could have used a tank of gas, a couple of paychecks, and everything else that day. And that ain't really matter. It didn't bother me that much. To be honest, like, something just felt right.
Yeah.
But, you know, first place we pulled out, left, went downtown Fort Worth to the Tandy Center. And we walked around there. I mean, back then the Tandy Center was already on its last leg, about to close down, so really wasn't much to see. Left from there, ran out to Grapevine Mills Mall. And this was shortly after it opened anyway. It only been open for probably about, I'd say probably about 5 years at that point. But it's just huge, so I knew it would be something to waste some time.
Yeah.
So we walked around, wasted some time, went up in game work, spent some money.
That was fun because at that time, I'm from Wichita, Kansas, so at that time there was nothing like that there. Like there was no like GameWorks is if you're not from here or know what it's about or like Grapevine or whatever back then, because GameWorks is not there no more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a huge arcade / mini.
No, Shawty, it's just an arcade.
Well, y'all had rides and stuff in there.
Yeah, but that was just, we considered that an arcade.
Yeah, like
it's just an entertainment center.
But to me, it was more or less like arcade center / kind of like a mini Six Flags a little. Because it was like actual rides.
For those of y'all that got Dave & Buster's where y'all at, it was Dave & Buster's without the bar, but it was like 3 levels.
Yeah,
and it was all games, ride games. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So we left there.
Had fun.
And I mean, we kicked it. Like, we kicked it hard there. So it was like, all right. So we done left the west side. We done hit the north. Let's go hit the south.
Yeah.
So we hit the south and we went and checked out. We went to Lake Arlington. And that was when I fell in love. We were out at the lake and...
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the lake did come before.
Damn, baby, you gotta get this for real.
Oh, yeah.
Because at the lake, I was more honest with her then than I ever planned on being. I told her everything. I told her my dreams, my aspirations. I told her what I'd been through, the people I did wrong, why I did them wrong, how I did them wrong. I told her everything. And, you know, she opened up and told me about her daughter. Mm-hmm. And when I heard her talk about her daughter and I saw the look in her face, first thing that went through my mind was, she'll be perfect for my child.
Aww.
So at that point, I was like, I'm good. And so we're going to have to show y'all that picture. I'm going to have to find that picture.
We'll have to find it. We'll find it and put it
It'll be in this video somewhere. But when we kissed then, that was it for me. We were standing right on the pier. And it was like the best thing ever.
And mind you guys, like, still to this day, I do not remember telling him that I had a kid. Like, I don't remember telling him that. But I must have been so comfortable with him that I did. Because in my mindset that I was going to go back home and not see him again. You know, so... why would I tell him that I had a kid or tell him anything deep like that? But I must have, because literally, what? was it that night or that next morning you brought that up? And I said, I was like,
was that night?
yeah. He brought it up, and I was like, what? Like, oh, okay.
And the whole reason I brought it up because we was at putt-putt. And I was like, well, when you bring daughter down here, we can take her to putt-putt and she can ride the little teacups.
Yeah, and I was like, hold on.
So I'm going to let her tell y'all that putt-putt story because I want to see if she get it right this time. If she don't get it right, don't worry. I'm finna correct this.
I'll never get it right.
So go ahead and try it out.
Okay, so we got to putt-putt. Mind you, prior to putt-putt, I don't know where we bought it because I don't remember.
It was racetrack.
Okay, so we bought a whole bunch of Smirnoffs.
24 pack of Smirnoff.
And at that time, it was the kid, myself, Nicole, and Bam. So it was the four of us, like kind of like joyriding around, but we made it to putt-putt. He used to work there, so he was real familiar with everything there, what we can do. He can get free stuff, discounts, and he knew all the officers, like in that area.
In that area.
Yeah, so we make it there. Mind you, on the way there, we're drinking, like, those Smirnoffs. And I've never drank like anything. What was I, 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't drink like that. Like, I was just like, okay, yeah, let's get a drink. Let's get a drink. You know, I was just like, ooh, this is good. It tastes like Kool-Aid. So I was just like drinking. And right when he pulled in, I still had a bottle in my hand. Am I good so far?
No, you fucked up.
Let me tell you, I think I had a bottle in my hand. The cops came. I don't know why they came.
This will happen.
I was just having fun. I was just like,
we had pulled in. We were sitting in the car. We was like, we're going to get a little more buzz before we go in here so we can just go
you trying to
jab
get me
out.
drunk.
Man, wasn't nobody trying to get you drunk. Back then, I ain't had a problem, so it was all right. But, you know, we were just sitting there trying to just have some fun. So we were sitting there drinking them. I saw the cop coming because I saw the flashlight. And I'd been telling everybody, hey, we can't be out here too long because I know how they were back then going into that parking lot. So he had pulled up, flashlight, walk up to the car. I'm trying to hide my drink and everything. Everybody else still sitting there with their shit in their hand. I'm like, you motherfuckers. So, tap on the window. Hey, Mike, how you doing today? What's up, AG? Now, I knew this cop, so I wasn't as scared, but nigga, I was scared to death. I was like, God damn, I'm finna
Plus,
go
he had
to
some
jail.
chicks with him, so he had to play the player.
No, I had to just play tough at that moment. You know, I wasn't gonna worry about it too much.
His chest out and stuff.
So, I got out the car, started talking to him, and this what broke my heart. Not towards her, but towards the situation.
Oh.
He was cool with me until he asked for their IDs, right? So he asked for their IDs. Now, mind you, prior to this, none of us had asked their ages. We was just like, fuck it, we finna have some fun, and we just gonna go from there.
I thought you knew my age.
I didn't know your age until he came. Because we were like, because I had asked you right as I saw him come, I was like, how old are y'all? And that 19 came out, I was like, oh, shit. So he walked up, he was like, all right, everybody got their IDs? Now, mind you, me and Bam, we good. So I wasn't worried about the two of us. I mean, the only thing they could really get me, well, they could have got it for a lot back then, but the only thing I was really worried about was them getting me for was having the alcohol. And I was like, that's a ticket. I mean, at most, but them being the cops I know, they gonna let that ride. That ain't that big of a deal. I was the good kid in high school. I ain't getting to know shit. I worked at putt-putt for the longest. I ain't getting to know shit. So, you know, they were cool with me. Then he asked them for their ID. Her homegirl, this motherfucker ain't even 18. I was like, oh,
was she
fuck,
17?
I'm finna,
Yeah, she was 17.
I'm finna go to jail. And I ain't even touched it yet. I was mad to the hoe. So he was like, Mike, let me come back here.
He said you
talk
ain't
to
even
real
touched
quick.
it yet.
Hey, that's how I feel. We going off reality, so I'm gonna tell you the truth. I told you before, don't play.
He didn't even smell it.
So we sitting there, and he talking to me at the back, and he was like, so is that all you got in the car? We ain't even popped the trunk yet. It's like, well, I ain't finna lie to you because we cool like that. He said, it's in the trunk, and I said, yeah. So I popped the trunk. He see the whole 24 pack. Mind you, that 24 pack is sitting next to 2 liters and another 6 pack of something else. He said, all right, you want me to let you go tonight? Pour it all out. I said, what? Pour it all out. Okay. Don't be trying to drink it. We just said, I'm just getting heartbroken while I'm pouring it out. They still sitting in the car and shit. So
drinking.
We pour it out, get everything out. He let us go. And then we go in the putt-putt. We went, we had some fun.
Yeah.
And then we took the infamous picture in the photo booth.
Do we still have
when
it?
she attacked me. Yes, we still.
I was all like
yeah,
that.
We still have
I was like, oh my God.
But yeah, that was that one. And then we left from there. We kicked it for a little bit longer. I got her home about 3 in the morning. I knew what time her bus was supposed to be leaving. And when I say home, I got her back to her stepmom's house. I knew her bus was supposed to be leaving the next morning at 7 for her to go back home. And I was getting ready to head to the house. Bam was in the car asleep. I said, say, bro, you got a choice, man. I can drop you off at the crib or you can roll with me. He's like, where you going? I said, nigga, it's 3 in the morning. I said, and we ain't never been up. It ain't like we go to sleep for the sun come up any damn way. So, shit. He was like, where you going? I said, I'm going to the bus station. I got to go see her before she leaves.
Now, I didn't know he was coming.
He was like, I ain't finna let you ride out there by yourself. So, he rode with me. I think I got there probably about, I got there about 5:30. And we just sat there and waited. And the minute I knew she was supposed to be there, we got up, we walked around the back of the bus station, came up from behind her. A cousin standing behind her. I say, player, excuse me. He looked at me all funny. I wasn't stressing him at that moment. And I went and I grabbed the bags. She turned around and, boy, you could have sworn I had just won the Kool-Aid lottery. She was so happy.
I was happy. My thing was, I had no idea he was coming. And my cousin, my male cousin, he had to come in order for me to come down here. Like protection type thing. So when we were in line to get on the bus, I felt someone grab my suitcase, and I thought it was my cousin. I was just like, okay. And I turned around, and it was him. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was so excited. I was excited. I was really excited. And he made sure I got on the bus. You put my suitcases on the bus and everything. He made sure everything was A-okay. And he watched me get on the bus. He watched the bus leave. As the bus was going, I could still see him until I couldn't see him anymore. Like, it was great. It was so nice. It was great. And I just felt, from that moment, I was like, I couldn't think about anything else. And I think it was like an 8 to 10 hour trip.
Yeah, I had a route.
Yeah, it was an 8 to 10 hour trip. So yeah. After the 8 to 10 hour trip, I got home.
Didn't follow instructions, because the last thing I told her before she got on that bus,
I never followed.
Call me when you get home.
Yeah, he did. He was like, call me when you get home. I was like, okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, my nose was open back then, because I knew how long it was supposed to be. I had turned around and I went and used Google my damn self back then. Bus should be there at this time. I even gave you an hour. Still ain't heard from her.
Yeah.
So I started blowing her shit up. When she finally picked up, my heart just swelled back up because I was relieved because I knew she was okay and I knew she had made it home safe. And then I got a little angry, but it wasn't that rah. It was just like, Shauna, shit, I told you call me. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't tell.
But yeah, she got home that day, which was the 24th. And shit, from then on, honestly, it was a wrap. Because March 29th, I was on the highway to come down there and she didn't know I was coming. Because we had already started, like, when she left that day, I was writing her a letter. And I put it in the mail that day. Then I got a letter back on the 28th. And I'd already sent another letter by the time I got one back. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go down there. I ain't going to even wait on another letter to come. I'm just going to go. Because on the phone on the 27th, I told her. It took everything in me on the 23rd not to tell you I love you. I just felt it. It was in my heart. And there was nothing. There was nothing holding me back. There was no let me pull away. None of that. It was just go.
Yeah.
So he told me to listen, and I did, and I followed. And got down there the 29th. I'm talking about I had the directions directly to her house. And I took my homeboy with me. My boy Desmond rode down there with me. So I went to her house. I already knew where she worked. She wasn't at the house. So I went by her job. She wasn't at the job. So finally I had to call and let you know I'm in town.
Yeah.
Come to find out she up the street at her homegirl house. I'll let you tell you.
Shout out to Sean. Well, first he passed it. Because if you look at it, it's like so many like duplexes like that look exactly the same, so it's easy to pass. So he passed it, and I was outside, and I was like kind of looking for him, and I already knew what his car looked like. So he passed. I said, "Oh my God," because I seen the Texas tag, and I said, "Oh my God, I just saw you! Oh my God!" I said, "Come back, come back, come back!" And then he goes, "Oh, I see you in the rear view mirror," because I was going, "Come back!" Oh my, I was like jumping up and down, whatnot. I was excited because a little old black girl like me from the country, Wichita, you know, really we don't see much, and a lot of guys there are kind of like the opposite of him, and they don't really kind of like, well, none of the guys that I ran into back in those days take the time out to appreciate a woman, you know, appreciate a woman and to immediately kind of have love for that woman, you know. So I was excited, and I was more excited because it was just something different and new, and I was curious, you know. I'm always the curious cat. But I was curious about it. But then when he turned around, I was like, oh my God, he's really going to come back. Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? I was so freaked out.
There, jumped on my hood.
Yeah, I freaked out. And then when he pulled up into my friend Sean's driveway, I was like ready. I was like going already towards him. As soon as he came out, I just jumped on him. I was like, oh my God, what have you been doing? What have you been up to? Oh my God. You know, and then from there,
from there was like, it went like this. I just got laid off anyway a couple months before, so I had a nice severance check and I had unemployment coming. I didn't need no job right then. I was good. I had money. So I would stay there for a week or two and come back, pick up my check, and go right back. And I'm talking about, I would literally do a turnaround trip.
Like literally.
I would take 6 hours, 5 hours, ride down here to pick up my check, give my boys their money, they part of the rent from me, and get right back on the road and come back up there.
Yeah.
And I think it was after that first trip when I came back, that was when I met my daughter for the first time. Like, I knew about her and I'd been staying there for like a week, but she would never leave her at home with me.
Yeah.
She would always make sure that when she left, she would go, you know, take her to her grandparents and stay there or whatever while she was at work or at school. And, you know, I understood. I mean, it didn't bother me because I was like, shoot, I mean, you're going to play it safe regardless.
Yeah.
So, like I said, you'd be perfect for my child. But when I came back that time and she stayed at home with me that first time, oh,
because I could not find a baby. That's how God is. Like, I could not find a baby. Well, my grandmother was sick. My other grandmother was sick, and they babysitted Kels. And then my mom worked 2 jobs, so she was at work. Both of my sisters was busy. Like, no one could watch Kelly, and I was like, oh my God, oh my God. I was kind of having like anxiety because I was like, I have to leave Kelly. She's a year and a half with this guy. I don't even think we put a stamp on it that, hey, we're dating or hey, we're in a relationship. It just kind of came together. We didn't have any labels. It just kind of meshed together.
Honestly, we ain't had no labels till I proposed.
Yeah, like, yeah. So after you proposed,
February 14th, 2003. We were supposed to get married May 27th, 2003. We had to push that back because of family emergency.
Yeah.
And we got married August 9th, 2003. And even that was rocky because we were supposed to get married
No,
in the
you
water gardens.
proposed in '02.
But we met in 02.
Yeah. You proposed that same year, and we got married the next year.
Because remember, I told you, I will not propose or even think about marrying anyone that I have not lived with for a year.
Yeah, you kept saying '03 though.
We must have met in 01.
No.
Because I could have sworn you said she was a year and a half, which would have
Yeah.
been 02.
Yeah. You proposed '02.
No, baby, I proposed 03. We just got married quick.
You didn't propose and then we got married that same year. We waited a whole year. Remember all that planning? I said we have to do the whole year thing because all that planning and stuff.
Baby, I couldn't have proposed in 02. We met in 02.
Yeah.
I proposed on Valentine's Day the following year.
Hold on. Because Kelly was born in 2000.
A year and a half.
Yeah. So we met in
March 20.
02.
Mm-hmm.
I moved down here in 02.
02. You started school in 02.
Yeah.
I proposed that February of 03, and we got married right before you got out of school in 03.
That is so weird. Wow. Yeah, we did it quick. So I guess because I always say we got married a year after we met.
Yeah.
I always say that
We
because
pretty much got married a year and a half after we met.
Yeah. Wowzers.
I
Yeah.
wasn't playing no game.
So that's my story time, guys, and that's kind of how we met. It happened so fast. Within months, like I met him. Within months, I moved down here. Within a couple more months, he proposed. And months after that, we got married. And then 16 and a half years later, here we are. And stronger than ever, better than ever, more in love with each other. You know, don't get me wrong, we do have our ups and downs, but we come together like we always do. And it's crazy.
Our downs seem to be the reason why our ups are so great.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one, babe.
And it actually makes us fall in love more every time.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah.
We've done a lot. We went to Hawaii. We
Vegas.
just came back from a cruise. We went
Cancun,
to Vegas.
yeah, Cancun.
We have been to Disney
Plata
World.
Maya. Yep, Disney World.
Galveston. I mean, we done done a
All
lot.
kind of casinos.
And, you know, the funny part is,
California. We went to LA.
Still ain't done. Keep up with us. We got some more stuff for you coming.
Yes. So, guys, I hope you guys liked it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below if you're in a relationship or married and tell me your little story, how you guys met. I hope you guys love this. This is kind of like us in a nutshell.